We live. Where you at? Where you at? What's up, everybody? How's it going? How is you about it? How's you about it? Let's see what everybody's up to. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. Where's my light at? Is that light there? Yeah, let's get that out of the way. There we go. Production values has hit an all-time low. All-time low. Let's see here. We got a little topic tonight. Everybody rolling in. Smash that like button. We're going to talk about trucking movies. The best trucking movies. If you say Convoy with a straight face, I don't know if I could take you serious anymore. Although it was a realistic movie, somewhat, but I'm just not sure. Not sure I count it as one of the like most entertaining, I guess I should say. I was looking through a couple lists here, and a lot of these are not really trucking movies, I wouldn't think. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. White Line Fever, Breaker, Highball. Anybody like those? Highballing was kind of weird with Jerry Reed. It's like, hey, what are we doing here? What are we doing? Over the Top, that's the one the thumbnail is. Black Dog, Rolling Vengeance. Anyone think of Rolling Vengeance as a trucker movie? I guess I could let that one go. I could think of that. Used to love that movie, Rolling Vengeance. It's got Ned Beatty in it. He's the evil bigwig. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Anybody remember that? Rolling Vengeance. Rolling Vengeance. Trucking with Velox 18 in the house. Well, I was going to go live tonight, but Cash called dibs on the time slot 17 hours ahead, so I guess I won't. You want to come in here, Velox? Email me at CashisKingentterprises. I would love to have Velox on the show. Let me get my email pulled up here. Let's see what we got. Let's see. Let's see what we got. No, I don't guess I've ever emailed with you. Jerome Jones in the house. What up, Jerome Jones? Gary Bates in the house. F8 Trucking in the house. He got to change his name from F8 Trucking to F8 Not Trucking. Hey, man. Trucking Velox, don't let him over the top and push you around. Ooh. RoboCop movie line, bitches leave. Let me tell you, I tried to watch RoboCop on YouTube. That is a funny version. That is a funny version to watch. What is Fate Trucking doing here? Ha! That guy. Just say no to bullying. Yeah. Don't be bullied. Don't get bullied. I might be the one on dial up tonight. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't tested my internet. Hopefully it's working well. That's my internet. Let's see what we got here. Seems like it's going good. Everything loaded pretty fast, so I was pretty pleased with it. It didn't sound the alarms. So, Velox, I got Amsoil, Adam, one more closer. There you go. Amsoil's good stuff. Seven Seas Transport Vlogs, you should do more live shows. Yeah. Wear them out. That's what I say. Run them all the time. I love doing live shows, especially like if I'm caught up, I'm kind of ahead right now. I got 300 miles to go for Monday morning. It's good times. Kind of fills in some time out on the road for me. Time for some big bad Leroy Brown, the baddest man in Chi-Town. Come on with it. JD Jeffs in the house thought Velox 18 was out of the country getting a BBL. Come on. I just had me a family pack of boneless pork ribs back there. Very delicious. Very delicious. That's why I was running a little late. Took me a minute to get all that set up. Nomadic Brit's in the house. What up, Nomadic Brit? Thanks for stopping by. Kelly Patterson, you know you're in a classy motel in Texas when you see hoof prints and stains on the floor. Oh, yes, exactly. Exactly. Let's see here. Chicken Hawk in the house. Oh, hang on a second. Got him. Mosquito death. Oh, gross. It won't come off. He must have really been a juicy one. Gross. Chicken Hawk, Kelly Patterson, I don't want to know where you go in your off time. Yeah, no doubt. Shannon says, hey, goodbye. Okay. Man versus Road, good evening, all. Thanks for stopping by. Papa's in the house. How's everyone doing? Almost home. Get it. Take it in the house there. Shop fees late again. Being at 1901 driver. Thought I work in. Yeah, no doubt. We, the thing of it is StreamYard won't let me put in there 7 o'clock or whenever I get there. It won't let me do it. Currently doing a 34 in Chehalis, Washington, and yes, bestiality is legal in Washington. Laws I did not know, didn't need to know. Yeah, we late, by maybe a minute. Come on. Tiffany's in the house. Hey, Cash, what up, Tiffany? Hope all is well. Old school, new school. He must be waiting on for dial up. Nah, we got decent internet here. What's it say? Your connection is fast. It just says fast. Doesn't say very fast, just fast. Upload speed's a little slow. I gotta say that upload speed's a little slow. Shop fees, Daddy Cash, you will now be considered a work-in, no doubt. I ain't stressing that. I love being a work-in. Get you a day off. Papa says, just go park over there. We'll work you in tomorrow. Yeah, just not on our property. Don't park on our property. That's what they usually say. Joe Little started using the X3 bar. It's expensive, but really do like using it. Okay, the X3. What is the X3? Am I missing something here? I mean, obviously, but I'm missing a lot. But what specifically is the X3? Tiffany, you don't actually think Cash is here on time? Hey. I think that's bad. I'm so broke, I can't afford to pay attention. Hey, attention pays me. That's what I say. Attention pays me. Ronnie Green in the house. All right, Cash, you're going live in 3, 2, 1. Hey, you was pretty close, I'd imagine, on that. Kelly Patterson, I'm so broke, I'm going live forever. Come on with it. Come on, Kelly. Old school, no school says, Kelly, when I could afford to pay attention, still didn't buy anything. Oh, there you go. So what you guys thinking about these movies? What do you think about Over the Top with Sylvester Stallone? Overrated, underrated? I was looking at the reviews on that one earlier. It was not getting very good reviews. IMDb Over the Top. 1987. Hulk Hauling, I believe was the name of his trucking company, right? Hulk Hauling. Yeah, it does not get very good reviews. But hey, most of the movies I like don't get good reviews. It's got a 5.8 out of 10 rating. So, hey, whatever. Cash is celebrity, 20 waiting. Yeah, hey, 20 waiting, not bad. 55 in the house. Chicken Hawks going, yeah, got it going. What up, Joe Gampa in the house? Trekker Betty says, Black Dog. I can't argue that one. Black Dog, very entertaining movie. You know, like, hey, you know, Randy Travis, Meatloaf. What's not to like about this movie? You know what I mean? Patrick Swayze action scenes. I'm just saying, like, that was actually was going to be my thumbnail before I did the over the top. Was going to be Black Dog, but I couldn't find the right picture. I wanted a picture of me as Patrick Swayze, you know, hanging out with, hanging out with my peeps, Jeff Dirt G's, what's the budget for this show? He got lights hanging the way and a mic boom. LOL. Yeah. Yeah, we low budget over here. We low budget. I got these lights for free at the truck stop on credit. Paul Harris, Tango and Cash, just because. Yeah, exactly. Let's see here. Let's look up Big Trouble Little China. There we go. 1986 release on that. That's a pretty good movie. I do like that one. That's D Hardy bringing that up. It's a good movie. It's very entertaining. I think it holds up well. See, the thing is, I tried to watch Convoy like a couple years ago, and I really couldn't even make it through the movie. It just kind of I lost interest in it about halfway through. It's I don't know. It's a good movie, but it's like it maybe not the most entertaining to me. A lot of dullness in that. Big Trouble Little China ranked 7.2 out of 10. So there you go, 7.2 out of 10. It's got a good rating to it. James is in the house. Hello, folks. I'll catch you on the replay. No problem. If you're watching replay, smash that like button for me. Everybody say hi to everybody. Never heard of them, okay? Yeah, there's some obscure movies out there that are trucker movies. I did a review on a trucker movie about a year ago called Ice Road. Liam Neeson, Ice Road. TBT says, Breaker 19. This here is the rubber duck. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I say, Convoy, yeah. For me, it's a meh. I know a lot of people think that's the best trucking movie ever. I look at it like entertainment value. I don't think that holds up well. Kelly Henderson, I like the Big Trouble in Little China. Thunder Guy was funny. Yeah. See, that movie's like more of a, I don't know, like just a good time. Not so much like, you know, trying to prove a point or anything. Joyride. I don't think I've ever seen Joyride. Joyride. I'm not sure I've ever seen that one. I did see that one on the list earlier. They Drive by Night. That come out in 1940. I don't think anybody's seen that one. Coast to Coast. Here's a popular, Maximum Overdrive. Come on. Directed by Stephen King. Okay. Emilio Estevez. Yeah, uses firearms, rocket launchers to fight off a fleet of big rigs that have strangely come to life. Yeah, there you go. Maximum Overdrive soundtrack consists entirely of AC/DC songs. Did you guys know that? The whole soundtrack is AC/DC on Maximum Overdrive. Maximum Overdrive, I think that was. Yes, Maximum Overdrive. Let's see. Jeff just watched Highballin' the other night. Highballin', never seen it. Got to look into that one. Highballin'. Let me see. I think I know what you're talking about. Hang on. Maybe I have seen that. Yeah, that's the Jerry Reed one, right? Eyeballing. Yeah, okay, I have seen that. I was thinking of one of those other ones. Um, what does that one rank? IMDb, that one gets a 5.3. Yeah, you gotta be liking trucks to really be into that one. They were doing some things back then, like that guy with the motorcycle chained to the back of his truck. Um, yeah, pretty cool stuff going on out there. Ghostfaced in the house. What up? What up? Yeah, they're snitching. CJ Hudson just got done mowing. Gotta love home time. Yeah, go home and do your work. Got to come back to trucking so you get a break. That's what they always say to me. Hope your day has gone good. Yeah. Hope everybody's having a good day. Ryan's in the house. What up, Ryan Peterson? Says, Cash, is there a possibility to have someone come in other than DIY and have a Q&A one-on-one? Possibly. I would really prefer it to be, people I know, though. That way I know, like, what's what we're talking about. But if you got questions, by all means, ask questions. We'll go over them. Max RP1 says White Volvo Mafia made it. Come on with it. I seen a billboard in Chicago today on 294. I need to search this real quick. Let's see. Free truck. I don't know if I can ever find anything about this. If you guys know what I'm talking about, there's a billboard on 294. They are giving away a truck. They are giving away a white Volvo. Of course, it's West Chicago, so obviously it's going to be a white Volvo. But I couldn't. It's something about soccer and a free truck. If you guys know the billboard I'm talking about, let me know. I would love to get that information out there so we can all figure out how we can go win a truck. That'd be awesome. Minnesota Kid in the house. Check on those T680s. I have not. Where did you say those were again? Because Avalon, I would not be against an Avalon truck. They spec them for fuel economy, and they pull light loads. They're big on light loads. So, just something to think about. Let's see here. No, I haven't checked on them, but I wouldn't be against them. Yeah, jump in, send me the email if you want. Let me double check it. Let me refresh it here. Where the hell's the refresh? There it is. Refresh. Dang it, I'm not very technical here. Hang on a second. Let me erase that, put that over there. Dirt. Come on. Sorry. Distractions. Let me see here. Copy. Where we at? What we doing? What are we doing? There it is. Let's see. What else was I doing? Oh yeah, back to the movies. What was the other ones? Christmas Comes to Willow Creek. I've never heard of that one. Hoffa. Anybody heard of Hoffa? I don't know. That was okay. Let's see. I had a long list of them somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Breaker, Joyride. Yeah, okay, with Paul Walker. Okay, that was the Joyride I looked up. Never heard of that one. I have to look that up. Joey. Boy Ride. The Paul Walker, 2001. It's got a 6.6 rating. It's not a bad rating on there. I don't know. That looks very familiar. I got to be honest. Maybe I have seen that. I just don't remember. Let's see. Britt, yeah, off this weekend. Oh, man, that sounds nice. Mohammed's in the house. Hello. Kelly Patterson, only saying Ned Beatty is a good forest being bent over a log. Ouch. He's a squealer. I'm just saying. I'm surprised he ever got another movie role after that. But, like, whatever. Papa Good trucking movie is DIY semi trying to get home. Come on. We should call him live on the air here. Yeah. Might do that. Let me call DIY. 706. Let me see what we got here. Oh, way behind. Sal's in the house. What up, Uncle Cash? What up, chat? Hope all is well. Catch you on the replay or the next live at the family birthday party. Yeah, go enjoy that, man. Mad jealous of that. Thank you for the $25 super chat. Much appreciating the super chats. Helps fund the channel. Killian's is in the house. Let me get back to where I was at. I'm trying to get caught up here on these chats. Let's see. There at that. You're looking sound good to me. Okay. Did I miss anything? What did I miss? No, I think I got everybody. 706 Kelly. What am I doing here? Trucking Velox, $10. Sent you an email. Okay. Let me go back here and see what we're doing. Let me see what I'm doing here. Clear that. Inbox that. Inbox. There it is. Let's see. Reply. Damn it, where are we at? Come on, why won't it paste? There we go. Oh, there you go. I sent it out. If it doesn't work, let me know. I'm horrible with technology, but we'll try to get you in here. Everybody wants to say Velox on the channel. He's got it going on these days. Very popular. Check text sent you. Yeah, I seen that. Let's see. Let me get caught up on some stuff here. Never heard of them, Ryan. Okay. There we go. We're kind of back to where we was. Trying to get home. Yeah, DIY. Yeah. I need to text him, see what he's up to. I seen he was in the chat here. Chicken Hall. Let's see. Kelly, you sounding good. Thank you very much. Jerome Jones in the house. Get to watch your live at home. Hey, you get double points for watching at home. That's for sure. Trucks for sale at Avalon Express, Cannon Falls, Minnesota. Quantity 6 of them. T680s white, all specs same. Have you checked them out, Cash? I have not. Avalon Express, Cannon Falls. Okay. Cannon truck. So, see what we can find here. Let's see what we can find. Yeah, I wouldn't mind. Oh boy, I like that Volvo they got on the homepage there. Are they switching to Volvos? Is that what's going on here? Longevity, dedication, employment, about us. I guess I might have to go over there. Coming soon. Ooh, they're building a terminal in Hudson, Wisconsin. Didn't know that. They're big on that U-line stuff. I knew there was something they haul a lot of. U-line. I used to pick up out a U-line over there in Pleasant Prairie all the time in Wisconsin. They're over there. Hey, here we go. We talking legends. Legends. What's up, bro?
What's up?
Not much. Not much. Running through some comments. You trucking?
Yes, sir. Parked in
Uh,
Ohio.
where at?
Ohio.
Oh, okay.
OHIO.
Uh, can I get an exact location and a
Well,
reefer temp?
hey, I watched this one guy getting roasted over on James Best's channel, and he was going through all the different times where he had like swatted guys, sent the police to truck stops, sent like terrible phone calls to the truck stops, and having people getting woken up in the middle of the night and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I really got to make sure if I'm on someone's live that I don't share where I'm at, because I don't need all that.
Yeah. I never try to give away exact location. It's tricky, man. You just never know what people are up to. It's like that's why I don't give away my carrier's name. I can only imagine the 5,000 phone calls. I assume they would just be like, it's tiring, and we're gonna have to let you go. So I don't get into it. But
Yeah,
looks like it's still daylight there where you're at.
yeah,
So
it's getting there. I got my lights on inside to kind of help out, but yeah, it's just about that time. Probably about
okay.
15 minutes more, and we'll be dark.
All right, yeah, I'm right there in that same area, so it's pretty dark out here. I was just wondering, you might be parked under a light there. So, um,
I still got any trucks on my westward side
uh,
blocking the light.
rest area raccoon says what? Uh, uh, yeah, I know exactly where you're at. No, I'm just kidding.
If you're that good, then you can have
Yeah,
it.
that's right. That's right. Rest area raccoon in the house. What? I knew there was a reason I don't like going to Washington. Yeah. Yeah, watch out. Kelly Patterson's in Washington. Gotta watch that. This Truck and Life's in the house. What up, bro? I sent you a link. I don't know if you want to come in or not, but you come in and meet your hero, Velox 18. It's it's amazing. This guy's becoming a YouTube sensation. Um, how is that? Like when you have great success on YouTube?
My channel's like the same size as yours, or maybe a little bit. But it's pretty close. It's the same thing. So you tell me.
Uh,
You've been doing it longer.
mm, yeah, I'm grinding it out. I come to find that like here's the keys to what I know after about 4 years of doing this. Try not to argue with people in the comments because you always lose. Uh, oh boy, they know how to light a fire under me. Just like one little comment. One guy. Here's my favorite comment of the week. A guy told me this morning, and I've learned if a comment comes in between midnight and 4 a.m., don't read it. Don't read it because they're mad. They're upset that they're help and you're not, or they think you're. But anyway,
Yeah.
guy tells me in the comment this morning that I don't know how to calculate fuel economy because I run super singles and they have a smaller radius, and that's throwing off my fuel economy.
Okay.
I don't know what to do with it. I don't know what to do with it.
Okay.
If I knew him personally, I'd roll up a newspaper and smack him in the head with it. And tell him no. But I don't know what to do with it. Made my day. I laughed for 15 minutes after I read it.
I on my '08 Peterbilt, my dash, my speedometer was going out, or maybe it was my speed sensor. I don't know, but it just showed me going 10 miles an hour everywhere I went. And then I realized after a while that my odometer was only clicking up like a few miles a day. So I was doing like 30 miles a day. And yeah, I was thinking to myself, man, I'm getting really good fuel economy.
Right? Yeah, that's the way to do it. Just close these and shut these off, and yeah, go right on through it. Right on through it. We're talking trucking movies tonight. Do you have a favorite trucking movie?
It's probably a bad one for me to jump in on, considering you already crapped on the one. The one that sticks out of my head is Convoy,
Hey,
and yeah, I like
Convoy's
it.
a bad movie. And honestly, there's a lot of truth in Convoy. Like, it does show like a lot of trucking. You know, like you pull into the restaurant. You know, you sleep with the waitress and your sleeper. I mean, it's so realistic. But
It's so realistic.
but then again, like I don't know if you've seen this one they put on Netflix called Ice Road.
I haven't yet.
Oh, that one's hard to watch as a truck driver. There's so much inaccuracy in that. Oh, it's brutal. But honestly, as long as you didn't say Smokey and the Bandit 2, I think we were all right. You know, like,
Well, I was
um,
gonna say Smokey and the Bandit comes to mind, and then I watched a little bit of that show, Moving On. That was
yeah,
okay, but that was kind of similar to Convoy in certain ways.
right.
Like they had girls in different cities that, oh hey, let's go talk to such and such a girl and all of that. But yeah, a lot of these movies I haven't watched though. Just to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been through all of them. A lot of them that were made in the 80s. You know, I mean, I was born in the 80s, so it's like, you know, I think I caught Over the Top on cable one weekend and watched it. You know, just I watched the
What
cable.
about what about Duel? Have you ever? It's a Spielberg movie, and someone told me about it, but I've never actually seen it yet.
Yeah, I have not seen that one. I know a lot of people talk about that one. I need to sit down and watch that one day.
Someone
But
said my channel reminds them of that because a lot of that film is like recorded out the windshield or out or on the bumper or something like that. He does
right,
something along
yeah.
those lines.
Over the Top is all right. Yeah, Over the Top. It's got you know, it's the trucking part of it's pretty cool. You know, he's got an old auto car and it's neat, but it's a lot of sappiness in there too. You know, like you know it's a Stallone movie. You know, it plays on your heartstrings a little bit. So, but other than that, I mean, it's a good movie. I'm not knocking it. You know, um, TBT says it was okay for the time it came out. I assume he's talking about Convoy there. Yeah, and that's one of those things too. You got to judge it on, it's 40 years old. I was talking to a buddy of mine today about Dukes of Hazard. And I was like, it's just such a different time. Like would they? I think the one thing that holds up in the Dukes of Hazard is Daisy Duke's legs. Like if if she was in a show today, I think she would be just as popular as she was then. And that's what I mean by that. I don't know how she held up in real life. I have no idea on that one, but arm wrestling is garbage from the start. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Over the Top was cheesy. I mean that's Stallone movie though. Like whatever the thing is. Um, he jumps in on it. Jeff Dirt says, "How about Maximum Overdrive for a great truck movie?" Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched that. I got to go back and watch that one again. Yeah, never watched Old School, New School. Never watched Over the Top. Come on with that one. Come on with that one. Um, so I know you. I know you just made a big move. Now you lived in California like your whole life, right? and then
Yes.
and then uprooted and went to Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, yeah. I know I know exactly. I mean, I don't know like what road you live on, but I'm very familiar with that area. Um, I went to the high school, probably where your kids are going to go.
Really?
It's a small world, let me tell you. When you said the county name, I was like, I will be damned.
That's funny.
Yeah, sure enough. Like kind of a ways away, but still, same area. Same area. I grew up there. I used to have a business in a couple businesses in that area. One of them was in Murfreesboro, and then just I used to run a property maintenance business in that area too. So I know all that area really well. It's a good area. Like you're you're just in the mountains enough to where it's like you get the views, but you're not like, you can step out on some flat ground. You don't like twist your ankle and roll down a mountain.
Yeah. Yep.
So I assume everything's going well so far out of there.
Yeah. The only problem is I've been trucking a lot, so I haven't been home as much to enjoy it. The move out there, I took like 10 days off before the move, and then it took us a week or so because we stopped. It took us like 6 days for the move. So there's a lot of downtime where, as a one truck owner operator, the truck's occupied, and I helped my aunt and uncle move, and they paid me some fuel money and stuff. So I wasn't completely, without some revenue. And then I actually had the sponsorship that I was running for those months. That money came in around that same time. So I kind of floated on some stuff without hauling loads. But as soon as we unloaded the truck, it was like, all right, I gotta go trucking. And then my dad passed away, and then we had to fly to California. So I missed a bunch of days of trucking during that. So it's been weird, but good. I can't wait until I can kind of settle down and be home a little bit more and get on a more regular routine. I'm kind of like you. I'd like to go out and back. I just need to find what lane works best for that from Murfreesboro.
Yeah.
Or at least maybe do a pass through. Maybe go up to Minnesota and then come back, stop at the house on my way to Atlanta, go make a delivery in Atlanta, and then maybe just get a short hop back home or something like that. That would be something that would work for me. But so we'll see. But so far I love it. Like, let's just say that about Tennessee. It is, like the neighbors we have, the community that's in that county is pretty like extraordinary. Like everyone, it's what I grew up with. I grew up in a small town, and so it, where, you try to get away with something, someone's gonna see you that knows your parents or your friend's parents or something. You're not gonna be able to get away with much as a kid. Your principal is your next door neighbor on this side, and that kind of stuff. So that's kind of how I like it. The bigger the city, the more I feel like we get in weird, kind of weird mob mentality stuff where everyone else is doing it, so we'll all do it. And so I like the small town, and we have a plan. When I get back in the middle of next week, we're going to go to the junior high football game. They have their first home game on Thursday. So that's the kind of stuff that I like. I want to go. I don't have any boys playing anymore. My youngest probably won't ever play since he has autism. And my girls, they're not tomboy enough to play football. So my football, coaching days are probably over, and being a dad is probably over, but I'll still go and watch the games as often as possible. So yeah, I'm digging it. I'm loving it.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I think my freshman year, we had a girl kicker. The kicker was a girl, and everybody, they didn't know what to think of that. It was like, what? It was like, this is a long time ago. We went to school, horse and buggy and whatnot. But yeah, it's a good area. I like what you're saying there about the community. It's less likely you're going to act a fool when everybody knows you. Like you're not getting away with nothing. Like they will call you. By the time you show up at the house, everybody already knows what you've done. It's I used to everybody in my family, they all got police scanners, that sit around bored all day listening to the police scanner. It's like, oh my God, like you better not get called in because damn it, everybody knows about it. But yeah, it's a good way to be. I'm glad you like it. I'll email you some people I know in that area. I don't know if they can help you or not, but I know some people that's got some really light loads that I don't know if they're still running them like they used to, but I used to run Laredo and back a lot when
Okay.
and wasn't bad because it was mostly like super light. It was mostly automotive stuff like wiring harnesses and carpets out of Spring Hill, the GM plant. There's a GM plant in Spring Hill.
Yeah.
That area is just eat up with cars stuff.
Yeah.
Volkswagen.
I think that's what I need to get into is either car hauling or dry van so I can do some parts out of there.
Yeah. But yeah, I know some people. I mean, I used to do Laredo and back, and just out and back, out and back. That's all I would do, and it was good because it was lightweight freight. So at the time I had a T600. Not the greatest on fuel economy, but they paid well because most of it was like just in time deliveries.
Yeah.
So I'm not saying I ever did anything illegal, but I'm saying you can make some real good money with a paper logbook and a truck that was ungoverned.
Yeah, I need to get a 98. I need to get a 98 379 and make my hay.
I took my truck in one time and they ran the stats on it, and the truck had one govern on it, and it was set by Caterpillar. It was factory. You could not undo it, and it was that you couldn't set the cruise control at a more than 126 mile an hour.
That's garbage.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your truck. You paid for that truck. You should be able to set
right. That. Right. I should be able to melt tires off of this truck at any rate I want to. Now, I don't know if anybody's ever run, like out west, where it's like 80, 85, like used to be able to go across Montana with no speed limit. That will literally melt a set of truck tires off a truck. Like you can check tread depth on one side of the state and check it on the other, and you will be hurting. Yeah. But I used to now, I'm sure the statute of limitations is gone on it, but that was like 1,500 miles, Middle Tennessee to Laredo and back, and that used to be like a 3 to 4 day turn, and then you'd have to sit at the house for a few days and let your logbook cool off, but if you wanted to, it was there. But I'll email you some people. I don't know if they can, I don't know what they can do these days or what they got, but
I'd appreciate it. Anything you got?
Yeah. Sorry,
I hear there's someone that can get me some potatoes up out of Wisconsin too. So now I just got to figure out how to get up there, and then I'll be able to, come back my direction. So
yeah, that's a good pull. I will tell you, and given again, there used to be some good stuff going from Murfreesboro. There, you picked up there a while back. I seen one of your videos, the yogurt place.
Yeah,
the big yogurt place. There used to be really good loads going from there up into like Detroit, and then you could do automotive stuff coming back in a reefer. Like it was just like metal racks that would have like headliners and stuff in them, and you could pull that coming back.
Nice and light.
It's the beauty of learning a new area. Once you get in I got a buddy that just moved out to Las Vegas, and you're talking to him about it, and I'm like, you just got to get out there and learn it. Like you just got to settle in and like figure out what works and what doesn't work. And with you, like it depends. You want to be 2-day turns, 1-day turns. It just depends. Because see, that's why I used to like going up to Detroit. Detroit and back, it's typically like a 3-day turn. But you get the prices right, man. You can make your whole week in 3 days.
Yeah.
Especially during produce season with a reefer going up into Michigan. Like they don't have a big produce season, but they got a pretty good sized produce market, So,
Yeah.
um, thank you, Bill Beasley, $49.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. I much appreciate that. I much appreciate that. Then he come on back with it again and hits me with another $49.99. Thank you, Bill. By all means, I'll tell anybody, if you super chat me, make sure you write that off on your taxes as education. You can call the government right now, see if you can get a student loan for it, and then they'll take it away for you. Just saying, it's an option. DIY semi went ice fishing. Oh, I would love to see DIY ice fishing. I can only imagine the curse words that would come out of his mouth sitting on a frozen lake. Keith is in the house. What up, Keith? Thanks for stopping by. Let's see here. But yeah, that Tennessee market, man, that is I ran that freight market for probably 7-8 years. It's a good freight market. It is.
Yeah.
Now, one exit up from the yogurt place, it's called Heritage Farms. They pasteurize milk there and send it out mostly like the little cartons for schools. Try to find who's got them loads these days, because I used to do those over like short runs, like over to Knoxville, and man, they paid good just to go to Knoxville. Like, you go over there to like U.S. Foods or Cisco, yeah, there's some good stuff there. You just got to figure out who's got them, because that changed hands a lot,
Yeah. When I was researching last year, because we've been this move has been in the works for a while. So it was actually over a year ago. It was about a year and a half ago. I had my DAT subscription up, and I started. All right, well, let's see what's going on in Nashville, Murfreesboro, that market. Then, I obviously had already looked and said, hey, Nashville's pretty centrally located, so I can get something from Columbus that delivers to like Mobile or Birmingham, and I could pass through the house on the way there, or vice versa. I could go east west and go like St. Louis, Kansas City to Atlanta and pass through the house. Charlotte. Anyway, so you guys get the point. But then I was looking and I'm like, man, there's kind of a lot of stuff that comes out of Murfreesboro, but there's a lot less that goes in. But at the time I was looking, more stuff. I mean, it was last year, right? So the freight, there was plenty of freight pretty much from everywhere going anywhere you wanted to go. So I was like, oh, cool, man. I could make a living in basically 4 days of trucking, just running down to Atlanta and back. I'll make $9,000 a week. So I was thinking it was going to be good, but it's just like everything in Reefer. There's seasons to it. There's this market that we're in, so there's market dynamics, and then there's the seasonal dynamics. So it's going to take me probably a year to really understand what's going on and what's going to work best. And it'll probably shift throughout the year where I want to put my truck. And the thing is I'm okay figuring it out. Like I'm willing to learn it. So it's not, I don't have some expectation of like, well, I want to make $10,000 a week. It's like, well, or maybe just enough to put food on the table, and we'll figure out where we want to be and how we want to do it. And then, especially if things start ramping up, economy wise, maybe 2023, 2024, we might see some recovery, and then, maybe then we add trucks and trailers and we try to get in on some stuff.
That's the thing about trucking. Trucking always wants to gain. If you go back and study trucking, I've been in trucking for a long time, and it always wants to build. Trucking always wants to be bigger and better, but it's always something outside of trucking that brings us down. If you notice, like, it's financial crisis, or this, that, and then terrorist attack, whatever it is, it brings us down. So it's like, if you can survive the bottom, you're always going to be in a better position, because and I know we're in a weird spot right now in trucking, but from what I've seen, and I've been an owner operator for, I don't know, we're getting close to probably 13, 14. I don't even know how long at this point. Way too long. But for me, and just rough and loosely, here, about every 3 years we cycle, and we go boom to bust, and it seems like it gets worse every time. The bust comes quicker without warning, but then the boom is better every time. So the key is survival, and you'll find that niche. It's like I told my buddy about moving out to Vegas. I said all it takes is that one broker call, that you call somebody and they got it, and that's all it takes. I said, and from there on, what I mean, like I know one guy in Minnesota, one guy that literally I get 90% of my freight from. One guy does it all. I don't even, like, half the time I don't even call him. He just texts me the load. He knows I'm going to take it. It's like, what else am I going to do? Chase, chase whatever. Like, we're on a point now to where it's like, and he knows I like to out and back. So when he sends the head haul, the next text message is the rate con for the back haul, and it's like, well, there we go. We're set. That's all it takes. But yeah, I know some people down, like a little bit, like they're off of 65 over there in that Spring Hill area, like 840. It wouldn't be bad for you. It's like, but they're in that area, and they got, man, they got the hookup on some stuff, air conditioners, stuff like that. And a lot of that's like power only, just moving their trailers.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Preloaded. I used to do them. You take air conditioners up to Indianapolis, and most of the time you come back, you just bring their trailer back empty. So pays enough, to roll both ways.
I know there was a YouTuber, a Landstar guy, and his Landstar, whatever they call him, their agent. He would get them these crazy paying loads to run, Smyrna or Nashville down into Alabama to BMW or something like that.
Yeah.
And then he would have to wait to get offloaded there, which could take 24 hours sometimes. But usually, I mean, what is that, like 300 something miles? I don't even know for sure what it is, but it's not very far. It's less than a full day of trucking. So you can get down there, and then a lot of times they were waiting for those parts. They would unload them right when he got there, put the empty racks back on him. I mean, it was like, 15,000 pounds going down and like 2,000 pounds going back, and he was getting paid crazy money. Like, he would just do one of those every couple of weeks, and he was paying his bills on that one load. So, yeah, not a bad spot to be in. So, well, I'm sure it's not paying as good this year as it did last year, but still,
nothing
yeah.
Is. The load I got on right now, I've done probably, I don't know, 12 of these this year. It's just one of those things. If it's Friday and I'm at the house, I know I can get this. But it's just consistently went down a little bit throughout the year. It's like, it's holding. It's still better than anything else I can find, but they know the market. They got it figured out.
Yeah.
They know exactly what they can lower it to, but hopefully they don't go there just yet. And I seen they were trying to bring down the contract rates with the spot market. There's got to be a point at which people are just like, I'm done, and a lot of those, like, okay, so like where I'm leased at here, and this is the way I look at it. There are probably, I don't know, 10 to 20 guys that are not full-time truck drivers. You know what I mean? Like, they got 03 Columbias that they bought new. They got, 04 Volvos they've had paid off for 10 years now. They are not out here chasing money right now. Like
Yeah.
they run. I talked to one guy the other day. He was sounding mad as hell. Just I was out in Maryland picking up a load, and he was at the same place. He was like mad about being out from the house. He was like, I was like, I don't know. So a lot of those guys are just not even participating right now, and that's gonna help everybody. That's gonna help us, especially people with families that need to run. It's like,
or with $3,000 truck payments,
man, um, yeah, you got to be getting close on that thing though. At least you didn't buy it when it was like, $250,000. Like,
I got in it was right when everyone was like, oh no, everything's going to crash because of COVID, and everything kind of like it actually the build times were over a year, and then all of a sudden COVID happened, and they shrunk down to where I put my order in the middle of November, and it got built in January. So it was like a 2 month and a half long build time for me. So I got in just at the right time.
Oh, good. Yeah, I bought this truck, and man, I bought it in was it the end of February, 2020. So, like, pretty much, I got it home, got to feeling good about it, and then like all the news is about, oh, this thing that's happening in China, is it going to happen here? And I was like, oh no, we didn't. No.
Yeah, that timing was not good.
No, and that's why I've bought trucks in the past, and like when I bought this one, I did not pay cash for it. I financed it, and it was like I kind of felt good about it. I was like, okay, well, at least I still got my cash, But at the end of the day, it's like, what good is that if nobody's working? It was a weird time to buy a truck, but like your situation, it turned out to be okay. So
yeah,
now,
I wish I would have. I wish I would have worked a little harder when the times were good, but I was kind of trying to figure out. I not only bought this truck, so I was trying to figure out the truck. I just started hauling reefer for the first time ever, and I just started my own authority, so I was trying to figure out everything at the same time, and I think I did a good job of figuring it out, but I didn't like stack up cash the way that I should have when everything was going good. I really thought we'd have, like, I was kind of waiting for our move, and then I was like, okay, now I know what I'm doing. Now I know how the truck runs. I know how the reefer runs. I'm familiar with the game, and I'm going to go out and I'm just going to attack it. And well, now I'm attacking it just to survive. So
yeah, there was some of that on my end too. It was funny because I kept putting, I was paying off debt. So I had a business before, well, in between trucking. Okay, so I was owner operator. I already paid off truck, all that, and I was kind of trucking part time, running another business. And long story short, I took on a bunch of debt for that business. So things didn't work out, and it wasn't like a short. I'd had this business for like, it had been operational for 5 years, so it wasn't like I just put a big bet on something I didn't know. But market forces killed that business, and let me tell you, I spent all last year when it was good just churning, and then right about the time I get all that debt paid off, it's like we hit the brakes, and it's like I kind of wish I would have stacked some of that money
yeah,
off 5-year-old debt, but it had to be done. But yeah, I would feel a little better if I had stacked some more of that cash. But then again, I know me. I probably would. I'd probably be blowing that money right now if I had it. So.
yeah. I'm glad. We bought our first house, so it wasn't for nothing.
Right.
But yeah.
In that area, like I think your upside on that house is going to be tremendous for that area, because like where I grew up, um, it's crazy. Like houses that I could have bought when I was 25, 15 years ago. I could have bought I could have bought every house in the county for $5 million, and a house that I know, and it's an older house, but it's got a nice shop and everything with it, and like 30 acres, just sold for almost $1 million.
Wow.
And I was like, that house was probably $100,000 15 years ago. Like, so yeah, I mean, for an area of the country to buy in, I think you made a solid move there. Fate Trucking wants to know if anyone needs TA parking. Um,
I'm good tonight.
I need a shower credit, Fate. I need somebody to wash my back. You want to jump in there and wash my back for me? Oh man. Oh man. If you guys don't know, this is Velox 18. I don't know if anybody doesn't know about you these days, man. You working hard at that YouTube game. I give it to you. Videos are like almost every other day, if not every day. And let's face it, that's what it takes out here. Like, uh,
I'm just following the road that's been laid out by others before me, and I'm like, hey, people like watching truckers drive around and talk about trucking and talk about the rates and talk about whatever other bull crap we deal with out here, and it does well for people's YouTube channels, and then they don't. Then trucking doesn't have to be their main business. YouTube can be their main
right,
business. So,
right,
in fact, Driven Trucking. I don't know if you remember Driven Trucking. He's been silent out of YouTube for, gosh, probably almost a year now. He maybe put out like 10 videos in the last year, but real sporadic and not consistent at all. And his channel has like, I don't know, tripled in size in the last year and a half.
yeah,
And it's just silently working in the background where now he got a studio at home and he's just going to talk trucking out of his house because YouTube is it's better for his family just for him to talk trucking at home. And then we all know Asian Mai. I mean, he didn't get in his truck the last 2 summers to go and do the moving stuff that he used to do. So household goods, he used to do that, and he hasn't been doing that for a couple of years now. He just puts out a million videos a day, and he's
he's the
working out
hardest
for him.
man out here. Let me tell you.
Yeah,
But yeah, Driven Trucking. That's I think I got recommended a video of his earlier, and I was like, where in the hell has this guy been?
yeah.
Yeah, I used to watch his videos all the time. He's one of those guys, man. If he was doing a lot of flatbed stuff, and people like that, because it's something different than pulling a box around, and he's a
Yeah.
likable guy. I think that's what you're going to find with your channel. Like, people get to know your personality, and that's why I watch your channel a lot. Is just what's it's like a friend. Like, what's Velox up to these days?
Well,
You
that's
know?
same with you. I was just talking to Fate earlier, and I'm like, people think I'm funny, but I'm just goofy. You want to hear someone funny is Cash,
Yeah.
and he was like, oh man, you don't even know. He sent me your voiceover that you did of his hand gestures, and I lost myself a little bit. I was like, oh my gosh, that's the kind of stuff, man. It's yeah, we're all out here trucking around, but YouTube is a funny way of like you get a connection with the person that's in the screen, but they don't connect with you. But then when it's two YouTubers, then you kind of have that equal connection almost.
Right.
Like, I've
Yeah.
been watching you for a long time. Like I didn't know anything about Reefer, so I was watching you. I was watching DIY. I was trying to figure out what the heck am I doing? Like how do I turn this thing on? That was my first question.
Yeah. That's always tricky. I have what kind of trailer do you have?
It's a Vanguard CIMC, so
Okay.
it's not insulated very well. I'll tell you that. It's not made for frozen. I think and it's got the S600 Thermo King S600, so it has a hard time in the summertime getting the ice cream loads. But like right now, it's got a frozen load, frozen French fries, and it's humming right along, even though it's about 80 something today. It was at like -12 all day long, just holding temp. Never really revved up. It's been doing good, but yeah, it's I didn't know what I was buying when I bought it. I just figured I'm in California, I can buy something and I'll figure out what I can haul with it. Because it was just at the beginning there where trailers were becoming harder to find, and but no one really knew yet, so the prices hadn't skyrocketed. They were just kind of like, hey, wait, it's hard to find, but is this gonna impact the prices? So I kind of almost, it was like right on the cusp there of, I think the next month I saw a trailer just like mine selling for $15,000 more. So I mean, I
Wow.
don't know what this would have sold for a month before I bought it. Maybe it would have been $15,000 less if I had gotten there a little earlier. But yeah, this uh, it was just the trailer that was available. I was looking for a dry van. I wasn't even I had no desire to have something else that could break down on me. Some other thing I had to learn, besides starting my own authority and having a new truck and stuff. But when I started looking for a trailer, it was really hard to find one. So I just stumbled into Reefer. And now I like Reefer. Everyone complains about the wait times and everything. It's the same thing in dry van. If you go to groceries, it's just the big distribution centers that hold you up. That's just, if you get small mom and pop places, you get in and out just like you do in any other form of trucking. So all
And
depends on the load.
I was in Walmart, Mankato the other day doing a live show, and I was there 35 minutes in and out paperwork. Like, you just never know. It just depends. Um, yeah, the reason I was asking you about the trailer, honestly, it sounds like you should be in the flipping equipment game, because it sounds like you had the timing down on the truck and the trailer about perfect.
I
Uh,
just got lucky.
Probably could have flipped them and took a year off. I
There was
thought about that with my truck. I did. I When the prices were stupid, comparables on my truck was like $80,000, and I'm like, it's paid off. Like, I could take 80 grand and set it at the house for a year and start fresh in a year from now.
we were looking to move, and I needed to get my financing for the house and everything. Otherwise, I might have taken the 100 grand and ran, because between the truck and trailer, I think I could have sold them as a package deal for like, I mean, trucks like mine were selling for like 225 or more, if depending on how tricked out they were. But and I owed, I mean, I financed like 150 on it, maybe something like that. So
Yeah.
it's like, I mean, I could have already had a decent amount of equity, and I sincerely thought about it. Like, it was a legitimate consideration. Like, man, that would give me the time and the space to kind of plan my next step and maybe start a business or do something else. But then it was like, man, that's a lot to roll into the move, is like starting as something else fresh. And
Uh huh.
then the pressure would be on as the bank account dwindles. You start thinking about, oh my gosh, I got to invest this money somewhere, and I got to buy whatever business I'm starting. It probably would be trucking. So I'm like, look, then I'm going to have to look for equipment, and equipment skyrocket. That's why I sold it in the first place. So I'm sitting, then I'm going to be trying to figure out a new truck to buy or trailer to buy, or some other source of investment. So I don't know. Yeah.
And freight was paying crazy at the time, so you would have felt like, what am I doing? Like, I'm shooting the golden goose here. Like, yeah, that's kind of where I was at with it. Then, like, 6 months later, I was like, oh, I kind of probably should have did that. Like, could have doubled my money on this truck, and it's crazy. I could have put 200,000 miles on the truck and then doubled my money on it. Crazy. It's craziness. Um, but yeah, I was asking about the trailer because I always like to ask that because I pull different trailers a lot, and I've currently got one I've never pulled before in all the years. It's a Wabash Reefer, and so far I like it. It seems to be okay. I think more than anything, age affects a reefer. Like, more than anything, it's just, I would about take any newer kind of trailer over, like, a a 10, 12-year-old trailer because, man, the insulation value goes down. It really does.
Yeah, I think mine's a 16 if I remember right. I forget the unit and the trailer don't match, but I forget what. I think the trailer's newer than the unit somehow, something like that.
Yeah,
So
that's the way you'd rather have it. Like here where I'm at, a lot of times they'll take and buy just a box with no unit on it, and then take a unit off an old trailer, put it on a new box. Because it was explained to me, as long as the unit, is in working order, any unit should blow, 20 - 20 degree air, and the key is how long does it hold it. And I'm
yeah.
like, okay, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Now what about? I hear carriers are better for those ice cream loads because they've got more, whatever. They're bigger, badder, and better. What's your take on that?
I would just like to say, first of all, the opinions expressed by Velox are not representative of me or this show. You talk about a can of worms, man. People get, it's like, I'm going to tell you, there's like three things you can't talk about in trucking. Normally they say it's religion, this. In
Politics.
trucking, yeah, politics. In trucking, it's tires. What's your favorite brand of tires? Oh my God, you'll get 80 different answers. Which is better, Carrier or Thermo King, and what's your favorite hood truck? Like those are the three things that will start fights at the food counter. Now, me personally, I do like Carrier units better. I feel like they're more fuel efficient. Um, but with pros and cons of everything, they are louder, and they're louder, and I don't know. It does seem like they cool better. Like they'll bring a temperature down faster. But for me, I would rather have the bigger model of either one. Like if I'm going to have a Carrier, I want the big one. If I'm going to have a Thermo King, I want the big. It's just the way it is for me because I don't know, it just seems like they're more fuel efficient when they're like that.
Yeah. And you want to be able to get it down to temperature if you can. I mean, I like mine. I really, I don't know if it's the trailer or the unit, but the way I was told is the Carrier can push, like it can cool a trailer quicker because it has like more pistons and has like X amount, like almost double the amount of the like refrigerant running through the system or whatever. So I don't know how, it was from a trusted source, and I'll spare the source of that information from the hate mail he'll get, but it was from a trusted source, so I kind of took his word for it, and it kind of made me wish I had a Carrier rather than the Thermo King because my trailer doesn't quite hold temperature as well as I'd like it to, and those summertime ice cream loads pay pretty good. Coming out of Vegas and like out of some bad markets, there's some ice cream that you can, like Phoenix and in Vegas, you can get some ice cream, and I don't know why they make ice cream in Phoenix and Vegas or store it there, but it just so weird to me. But yeah, that's where they seem to want to ship it out of. So
now, yeah, that one in Vegas, they're really picky about trailers over there. If you're going to pull out of there, like a couple through, I think, was it 3 years old? They typically want them under 3 years old out there.
I haven't seen that. I just know they're real particular. Like they won't even put you in front of a door until you're at -10.
Yeah.
Same thing with the one in Covington, Tennessee. I tried to take in there at like -7.8. Nope. And then the thing defrosted on me and went back up to 4 degrees. And man, that was a long day.
I haul high value loads out of Maryland. That's what I do now. I just run over here, run back, and man, that place, they are so picky. They won't give an inch on it. I had one like that. They want a certain temperature. So I said, you want 30, I'll bump it down to, 15. We'll get this done quick, and I learned that's hard to do because a lot of times it'll just kick into defrost when it starts running hard like that.
Yeah.
It never fails. The guy comes out to check it right as it's pouring water, and he's like, yeah, we'll give it 15 more minutes. And I'm like, I've already been here an hour, bro. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Done that.
I'm picky on trailers now for that reason, just for that one place, because everybody else, whatever, we don't care. So, yeah, it's it makes a difference. Like, I got a Carrier 7300 on this trailer, and I like those. That's a high capacity.
I was gonna say that's the big boy, right?
Yes, I think it goes up to 7500s, a little bigger, but it's a bigger one. Now I had a Thermo King C700, and that was a badass unit right there. Let me tell you, if I had to get a Thermo King, that would be the one I want. Hey, we got a special guest here. I'm gonna add this trucking life to the stream here.
Hey!
He's a huge Velox fan.
Yes, I am. Nice to finally be on a live with you, sir.
Yeah.
Authority. This trucking life just got his own authority. He's doing it. He timed it right at the start of the crash.
That's how I buy my stocks too.
Yeah.
If only I'd go short instead of long.
Buy low, sell high. He always says when we talk stocks. But
I heard you guys were talking trailers.
Yeah. In the market for a trailer. This trucking life's in the market right now.
Yeah.
We talking dry vans.
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't go Reefer right now. It's too expensive for what I need. Something newer, like you guys are saying. Something them people would want. To put their stuff in.
Yeah. It's a rough game right now with Reefer trailers. It's it just the money's crazy right now, and it's like, honestly, unless you got the connections, the loadboard Reefer stuff, it's hard to get the money to make it worth $100 a day in Reefer fuel. It's DIY brought this up a while back. There's gonna have to become a Reefer surcharge, and he's kind of right with that. Like, I was pulling a 2012 last week with frozen food out and back, and holy hell, like almost $600 a week in Reefer fuel. Like, and that was with a day off in there. Like, it'll wear at you. It will wear at you.
Is the background noise too much here? Do you hear the crickets and all that?
No, you're good.
No? Cool. I think, I'm not a working man tonight like y'all, so.
You're out there. You got the kids washing the truck today.
No. They got a break.
I say it's good for kids, give them something to do.
Yeah.
Plus you got to put them on the payroll, right?
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
I don't know. You pay them $599 to wash a truck. They ain't got to pay tax on that.
That's true. Don't got to report that, huh?
Right.
Jeez.
Right. Let's see who else in the chat tonight. Killian's is in here. The one-legged man in the ass kicking contest is in here. Fake trucking, he's all about it. He's gonna send Velox pizza. He knows where Velox is at. He's gonna send him pizza.
Hey, you know what's funny is he actually was thinking about going live tonight, and he goes, "Yeah, you want to come on my channel?" I was like, "Yeah, we could do that." He's like, "Or if you want to go live, you have a bigger channel." I said, "I'm more than happy to go live and bring you in, and we'll try and get you some subscribers." And then I told him, "Oh, you know what? Cash is already gonna go live," and he's like, "Oh man." And now I'm on your channel, and he's sitting at home, not getting any love.
You drag him in here,
unless he's sitting with his towel. I don't know. Does he bring his towel home?
He never leaves that towel. Come on.
I was gonna go live tonight. I was gonna burn. I got a bunch of brush to burn, and as soon as I put mine on, like in the thumbnail and everything, scheduled it. Yours popped up, and I was like, nah, I ain't even.
Yeah, it's kind of the way I usually scan my my subscription list just to make sure I'm not trying to
Compete,
try
yeah.
to compete, because I'd rather hang out in the chat on one of Cash's lives than hang out with 20 of my friends on my channel while he has everyone else over here hanging out in his. So
20 people, you do quite well when you go live, man. You got a good setup.
Well, it's because
the other night.
I wait
like
until
150.
I wait until no one else is live, and then that way I can monopolize the conversation.
Yeah, if you want to get that prime Saturday night time slot, you gotta go early on that one. It's it's one of those things. If somebody goes live while I'm live, I don't mind. It's it's like you got to get them in when you can get them in sometimes, and it is what it is. It wouldn't make me mad if anybody went live while I'm live. I'm kind of past that point of YouTube. It's like, when I had like 1,000 subscribers, I was like very protective of it, and now I'm just like, if they want to watch me, they watch me. If they don't, they go, watch bait trucking, play with a towel or whatever. We got to talk about the smack. I sent him a link. I want to get it in before he gets in here. Old School New School recommends Velox. Get some cheese from Wisconsin to Laverne. I
got something else coming out of Wisconsin that might do a little better. Those potatoes.
Cheese ain't bad out of there though. They got a little bit of it.
There's heavy every time.
Oh really? I always do good with cheese. There's a place down in Texas in the middle of nowhere I used to get cheese loads going to Wisconsin.
Dalhart?
It might be. I can't remember what it was, but
Was it the Panhandle of Texas up there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same company that I hauled cheese for out in California. That's their Texas plant.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to grab it there going to Wisconsin. I was like, who takes cheese to Wisconsin?
Those Great Lakes, as much as they produce, they sell more than they produce, so they buy from other cheese factories. Yeah, because Great Lakes is that big. they can't even keep up with their own sales.
I'd like to have that problem.
That whole like Murfreesboro, Laverne area there, there's a lot through there if you think about it. There's that cold storage there. There's Cisco
Manchester
over.
has the cheese.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on right there. I don't think you should have too much of a problem getting up to Wisconsin. The key is, I always tell everybody, the key to freight is you got to get the stuff that before it gets to the load board. It's just better that way if you can make it happen. Now hey, not sometimes you get in an area you ain't got connections on, but
I mean, my California connections, I can get loads from Texas, from the Panhandle of Texas to Manchester, Tennessee, but trying to get over there with anything that's worth the miles is tough. I tried looking maybe like Tulsa, Oklahoma. There's some loads that go to Tuttle, Oklahoma. They pay like $1,800 and it's like 1,100 miles. So I'm like, it doesn't pay that good coming out. So yeah,
that's the key to it. It's like, that's why I keep going. Like, it's pretty much for the past couple months, just Maryland, Minnesota to Maryland and back, because the stuff in Maryland is direct freight. So it's like, if you can figure out how to get freight coming out of a crappy area like that, I can come into Maryland from pretty much anywhere and make money, because stuff coming out is so bad. But then it's like, the key is, if I didn't have that stuff coming out, I wouldn't be going nowhere near Maryland right now. It's like, I was looking on a load board the other day. I was in like Baltimore area. Baltimore back to Minnesota was barely paying $2,000. I'm like, it's 1,200 miles. What are we talking about here? Across the mountains? Like, no.
Yeah. Oh, and -10.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, got to be there the next morning. You know, I hate that. you mean to rawhide my truck across the mountains for $2,000? Sure, I got nothing better to do today. So, drive-in trailer shopping.
Yeah, Monday I'm going to look at one supposedly, so we'll see.
Okay.
It was, I'm pretty excited. It's a 2007 Strick. You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
I've never heard of those before, but there's a couple different ones on there.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But it's food grade, so maybe I will fulfill some of y'all's pain. You know,
Okay.
hopefully getting some of y'all's money.
Be sure to
need
get cracker loads going into the Associated Grocers. Those used to be my favorite in dry van. Oh my Lord, 4 days to unload that. Gotta turn 400 cases. I had a lumper. Change the subject a little bit. I had a lumper the other day. I went in with 9 pallets and it broke down to 80 pallets.
I just don't get why you guys have to sit and wait for them to break those down. It's nuts.
It was $455 for that lumper on 9 pallets. Yeah. I should not have to sit there and wait for them to count it. You know.
I watched that video you made about that, and I'm like, man, no kidding.
Yeah, they already.
I had no idea how bad it was.
Yeah, I mean, like to haul reefer freight, you really got to have the personality for it because you got to be relaxed, man. You go in there hot headed and like they will just make your life really, really bad.
Yeah, my first job, I drove for a tomato company, Red Gold, and we did a lot of food deliveries. And I did one out to Cisco or something like that, or I don't know, somewhere near Atlanta. And I sat there for 9 hours or something. It was awful. I want to say it was Cisco. It was a food delivery place, I think.
Yeah, sounds like the people. Sounds like the right corporate.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll tell you one that tested me was at Costco a couple months ago. They rejected a full pallet of almond milk because it was potentially damaged. That's what it said on the paper. Potentially damaged. I was like, just say you ordered one pallet too much and send me on my way. You know, literally wrote on the paperwork, refused entire pallet, potentially damaged. I was like, well, damn, I'm potentially screwed here is what it looks like. I had to go to a food bank and carry every case of that pallet to the back of the truck and put it off on two-wheel dolly and carry it into their cooler for them.
Wow.
Yeah. Good workout. Yeah. Supposed to be going home, too. That's what I liked about it. I wasted a half a day doing that instead of going home. And, didn't get any money out of it, and didn't even get to come with me.
You wish you were getting paid by the hour, but
yeah,
exactly. So, what does it mean to have a food grade dry van? Does that mean it does not have raccoons living in it? And
I think so. Yeah, okay. I think it keeps the lot lizards out. You know,
okay.
If you get too close to the border, it keeps certain people out. No, it's got the white walls, the composite, and the ceiling's all metal. I don't know if it's a plate trailer or not. Like, I don't know if the inside's 102 or not. I think it is. The width inside.
Yeah, if it's swing door, it probably is. Okay. So, all right. Well, he's finna be Mr. Dry Van himself here.
I am totally a rookie at this. This is gonna it's either gonna go okay or it's gonna just crash badly.
Well, just just remember the no deal is too good to not walk away from. You know what I mean? Like if you go there and it ain't what they said it was, you know.
Yeah, I know. I'm
'Cause-
not gonna buy it if it doesn't look right.
I'll tell you what, my buddy bought a trailer, gosh, probably 8 months ago now, 9 months ago. So right when there was nothing available, and he
Oh,
was
man.
like, trying to figure out power only, and he wasn't able to get anything, and he found this trailer, and he went and looked at it. He realized it was a high cube. It was a whatever, I forget what height they are. Those high cube trailers. I don't know if they're 14. No, they're not that high, but it's a lot higher, than
Higher than
normal.
13.6.
Yeah.
My gosh.
And so he, it's just I only heard of that really like in the port because they have containers that are high cube containers where, just creates that much more volume for loading. So anyway, he went ahead and just bought it. It had, oh no, cash is gone. It had, wood walls and plywood walls, and it was this high cube, but he's been finding loads for it.
Good.
And he hasn't hit any
Good.
overpasses yet, so that's good.
There's one around here that it's kind of like a back way, and the bridge is 13.7. So, yeah.
Yeah. Even when I go under something that short, I'm like, gosh, that looked so close. Like, I don't know how close it actually is, but it just, anything that's under like 14, I feel like I'm scraping. I feel like, man, I don't know. My fifth wheel sits a little higher than I think it should, because my stand is, I think, one size too big, because I just ordered the same one that I had on my previous truck, which was made for tanker. And so for the rear unload tanker, you need it to be a little higher on the fifth wheel. And obviously tanker, you don't have to worry about the height of the trailer,
Right.
the top of the trailer hitting anything. So you ride it a little higher in the front so that it drains out of the back pretty good. But Cash is back.
Back for his potty break.
We back, yeah. This internet is very, it's very spotty. There we go. I think we're back. I don't know. I use this bootleg thing to connect me to the internet here. We'll see. There we go. I think we're connected. But
Oh,
Good evening.
What up?
What's up, Cholo?
3 of my favorite YouTubers. I thought I'd come and say hello.
Okay.
Hola.
that's weird. This trucking life. That's exactly what I was going to say.
What?
Hey,
Hola.
before we get done, I'm going to have you yell, roll that music, so I can roll that music for you.
Are you just holding your axe on?
I'm just holding it, dude. I've been holding it for time. I'm a couple beyond socializing, honestly. The wife done kicked me out of the house and everything.
I'm waiting for my new hat to come in. I just bought a new hat today.
Tell us more about that hat and where we can get it.
Yeah, well, some YouTuber has a merch store. And I went and bought one of the Velox or like Velox 18 hats today.
And if you can't see the merchandise store underneath one of my videos, you can just go to velox18.com and you can click on the shop button there.
Oh, see, I just went through one of your videos.
That's how I'll get mine.
Well, what are we talking about? Let's talk about something.
Well, we were all making fun of you, but now you're here, and hell, it's kind of awkward, to be honest.
Well, I know you wanted to talk about ice fishing earlier. You were posting that in the chat.
Yeah, I want to bring you ice fishing now that you live much closer to Minnesota than California. So I think this winter we should do like an ice fishing trip.
I'm down.
Yeah,
100%.
I'm not even joking.
Yeah, and my wife is watching this, so this is like my first. This is me introducing that idea to her right
There
now.
you go.
So,
great.
wife, perhaps I'll make a trip to Minnesota and go ice fishing this winter.
We'll be clear, Jessica. It is going to be on the Canadian border. We are going to be 35 miles out on a lake. That's obviously it's frozen solid, but we'll be right on the border of Minnesota and Canada, and it'll be probably like 3 nights long.
Are you allowed to have fires on that lake?
Oh yeah, the ice is super thick. It's parts of it get 3 feet, 4 feet. I mean, it's thick. They build igloos out there that are like bars, so you can go and sit at a bar stool and order a drink and ice fish as you're drinking.
Come get me. I'll go.
Maybe we do. There's another group of guys that do like a Vegas trip. Maybe we do like an ice fishing trip once.
There you go. That sounds a little cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. It's not cheap. I mean, but it's fun. It's cheaper the more people you have.
Yeah.
There's fishing in warm parts of the country, right?
Yeah, but I'm from here. I'm used to the cold. Doesn't mean I like it, but there's things that you have to enjoy when you live in the tundra. Whether it's hockey or ice fishing, snowboarding or skiing. Like those are your options when it's -30 outside.
And are those really options when it's -30? Let's be real. Like,
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched those Alaska shows, all right? From my sunny California couch, I watched a lot of these Alaska shows, and when it's that cold, they don't do much. They just go outside and they can't sweat, so you can't like do anything too active, otherwise you're gonna die. It's yeah.
Well, ice fishing, it will be that cold ice fishing.
Yeah.
But you're in a nice ice house. Like I told you, I'll rent the ice house, and we won't go like the way that I typically go with the pop-ups and everything. We'll go like Gucci style. Trust me. So you'll enjoy it.
Sissy style ice fishing. Yeah, that's my style.
It's still a lot of fun.
I got like 4 shirt ideas out of this conversation already. The Gucci ice house. I don't know.
Cash is gonna start an Airbnb Gucci ice house.
I feel like this is all a ploy just to get you out on a lake there, Nick. And I'd be very, very. Make sure you got a satellite phone on you, and 45 people know where you're at.
And if I see the saw coming up from underneath the ice, I'll know they're trying to sink me. Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I don't know.
I'll teach you the ice fishing handshake.
It just sounds gay. I don't know, man. I can't. There's something there with you got a rod and a hole in the ice, and
you gotta jig it. You gotta make sure you jig it.
You're jigging through a hole with your rod, and I'm just saying it's weird, man.
We'll have fun. Oh no, Cash is up. I might have to get out of here. This might be too much for Cash's Wi-Fi.
Yeah, he looks like he's concentrating pretty hard over there.
Yeah, or his mind's just thinking I'm gonna rip Fate Trucking apart.
Probably great.
Now it's our job to keep this rolling.
Yeah. Rich Taco said, "I've been wanting to hear this kind of trucking talk." So he's been waiting for it to get PG-13.
There's a towel coming also.
Jay Walt wants to know if the towel coming also.
We have towels. Because you got to wipe your hands. You got to.
I bet. I bet.
Cash is lost.
Do strippers get frostbite out on the lake?
Oh, we don't do that kind of stuff. We're married men.
Oh, okay. I hear you.
My wife's probably watching it.
Ronald said just 2 grown men in an igloo, not weird.
Wait till he finds out there's more than 2.
Oh. Yeah, hey, body heat. And you got to pack them in, you know. Why not? Why not? By all means, make some videos on it. We would, we'd love to know about it.
Well, I'll leave that up to Nick. I made a couple of videos last year doing it. Hey, why don't I bounce out? Because it looks like your internet's getting kind of bad with having 4 of us in here, or 3 of us.
I think it's just my internet, but yeah, if you want to bounce out, that's fine.
All right,
That's
you
fine.
guys have a good night. Maybe I'll go live and compete against you.
Okay.
Later,
Do it.
bro.
What
Later.
works well for you?
See you, man.
All right. My internet doesn't like him for some reason. Just saying.
There's a lot to run through with him, I guess.
Somebody said
A lot more
Strick is
data.
still- Dennis says it.
Strick is still in business. Oh, no, dude. I can't afford anybody that's still in business. It's an 07.
Yeah. They said they thought Street went out of business in the 80s, but I
Well, I
guess
guess I'm
not.
getting scammed.
I guess they made it.
They might have changed some numbers on the nameplate, on the the identification plate there. You never know.
Oh, that says 87? I thought it said 07.
That'd be my luck.
Yeah, hey, come on. As good as those 7.
Right,
Oh,
I'm gonna
my
bounce.
internet- Yeah, my
That's
internet's
cool.
taking a crap.
I'm
Thanks for
gonna
stopping
bounce,
by.
but before I do, roll that music. I can't hear nothing.
There you go.
I got the beginning part of it, at least some of it. But I'm gonna get out of here. Nick, it was great talking to you. Cash, as always. I'm gonna post a video about that trailer. Like, I'm actually gonna take the camera with me. You know what I mean? Like, and do a Cash trailer live. Maybe we'll see. It depends if these people are sketchy or not. I definitely need some kind of evidence, just in case something happens.
Right?
Like,
Yeah.
did you bring did you bring the money with you for this trailer?
Yeah.
That's
Before
just
we
it.
start you?
Yeah, I don't know. None of my bank isn't down there, so I have no idea how else I could do it. So this might end badly. Who knows?
Yeah, be careful out there. Hey, post a link to
it's gonna
your
be fun.
channel. Everybody can check it out.
Rock on, yeah. All right, you guys have a good night. I'm ready to hit the sack.
See it.
See ya.
It's horrible when your internet goes bad in the middle of live. But yeah. I think I'm gonna about wrap it up right there. You got any big plans for your channel? Anything new coming?
No, Nomadic Brit recommended I do another great freight race, which we did last fall. with a bunch of YouTubers competing to see who could gross the most.
Yeah.
Last year it was to see who, when all the rates were good. This year it'll be, survival mode or something,
Yeah, that's I like that. I watched most of that when y'all did that last year. Very interesting to see just people, the different operations, man. It's crazy how, like, I mean, he did a good job, like, picking people from, like, different genres and experience levels, and yeah, there was a lot to learn there. It was just a lot of information, really. So yeah,
and my main criteria was that they wouldn't get in fights with each other when they came on the live. So I think we did good.
yeah. All right, man. Well, I'm out of here. I appreciate you stopping by. If somebody would do me a favor, post links to the channels that were in here, and anybody else that's moderator, post a link to your channel if you have a channel. That never makes me mad. If we, we can grow everybody. There's enough eyeballs out there for everybody. I think YouTube's got like over 1 billion active users right now. So, we can help each other out. But hey, I appreciate you coming in, Velox. Much success. Your channel's on fire. It's fun to watch. Everybody needs to check it out.
I appreciate you having me come on, and yeah, appreciate all the kind words, man. I've been watching you longer than you've been watching me. I'll say that. So I appreciate your channel and everything you've done to help me learn along the way. Like I said, didn't know anything about what I was doing in Reefer, so any little nugget you would drop was a little bit of learning that I could learn from. Not just the teaching videos you did, but even just in your weekly recaps and stuff. I learned little stuff about running the Reefer and different ways to do things. So, yeah, appreciate you.
That's why we do it, man. I appreciate the compliments and the kind words. But yeah, I think I'm out of here. Bye, everybody.